Well, hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good day. With all the bad news in the world, I figured we'd come here and maybe commiserate together. If that's what anybody would like to join me, please just let me know. As far as me, I've been pretty staying steady with what I'm doing between grandpa naps and little errands I need to do. Me and I are doing well here in wonderful Port Huron, Michigan, north of Detroit. And uh, every time, every time the bouncy bouncy goes, that's mainly because I am. Let me see if I got the camera tight. Yeah, okay. Every time I push on the desk, it bounces like boom, boom. So anyway, we're here, and if anybody would like to join us, can I please pop in and say hello, or not? Don't have to. Just going to come on here for a little bit. Roger's going to be on later tonight on Canadian Drone Hub, and so I thought I would just come on Studio B at 5 o'clock and see what everybody's doing and what they're up to. I know there's lots going on. I know people are out searching for toilet paper and out and about. I know that Mr. Donardo was on a mission this afternoon. He was in search of toilet paper for his business. So, how's everybody else faring? Are you getting everything done that you want to get done? Is anybody getting cabin fever? It's only been a few days into what looks like it could be a long haul. Excuse me. I have a little bit of allergies every year this time of year when it starts to transition spring, winter, and again in the fall too, but mostly in the springtime. The temperature right outside right here right now is a balmy 46 degrees. However, it is mostly cloudy. And I have been tracking a ship that is supposedly going to be upbound. But I do not see it right now. Now, the Alpina is downbound up around Bad X, which is the tip of the thumb. You know, Michigan looks like a mitten. And I don't see where the ship that I was tracking went. Manitoulin, K.E. Barker. Oh, it went into Dearborn. So it just south of Detroit, it went up the Dearborn River. Interesting. So I would imagine it might have been carrying iron ore up over there. But that's neither here nor there. So, hey, Philly Drone Life. Hey, Michael, you got time you want to pop in? I'll send you a link if you'd like to. I thought maybe you were sleeping, so I didn't send you one. But let me send you one anyway, and that way, if you decide you want to pop in for a few minutes, you can do that. All right, send. It has been sent, Michael. We haven't chatted in a few days. So maybe you would like to come and say hi. Just wondering. Like I say, the temperature has been a little warmer here. I don't know how it's been across the Northeast or South. I know that Hadley a couple of days ago was complaining that they were getting a lot of rain. Um, so I don't know what is going on there, but I do know he said that it was going to be like 78 degrees the other day, which to me is like, oh, okay. Robert Morton, how you doing? How's everything with you this evening? Um, like I say, the weather is iffy here. Gets cold one day. It was warm. It warmed up into the 40s, 50s, and now back into the 40s right now, 46 degrees, but it's cloudy. And then we're going to supposedly get some rain. Then it's going to dip down again. We're going to have a high of maybe 34 and down into the 20s again. Then a high of 37 or 38 down in the 20s again. Then maybe gradually on the weekend climb up maybe into the 40s, high 40s, and we'll see. I don't foresee 50s for a while, but you never know. Dinner time, Robert. I get you. Drone shots. Hello, how you doing, my friend? How are things going with you? Yep. I just thought I'd come on. I think that with everything that's going on in the world today, I think it's important for some of us to get on here whenever we can and provide a safe space to where we can communicate and socialize a little bit, because the negativity has been put on socializing with people live because of the virus thing. Now I don't know how far to take that, but I do know that you're not going to catch a virus here on Studio B or on Canadian Drone Hub, or if you go over to Val's Life or some of the other stations. The other guys that put out content, even Mikey's channel. Um, it's just an opportunity to get together. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, drone shots. I understand. Staying inside. Yeah, I've kind of told everybody before, and I don't know if any of you have heard this, but I kind of, after retirement, other than going out to fly my drones, or if I have to go somewhere, I go. But I've kind of turned into a little bit of a recluse. I call it being a retired hermit. Um, I don't go out to the bars, don't go out to all the restaurants all the time. I don't do that, the social thing. Whoever I is in my life knows that, and so they deal with that. But yeah, there's people that do go out and do boat watching for sure. Right now, the Alpina is coming downbound. Let me share this with everybody and show you what I'm watching. Because the Great Lakes officially hasn't opened yet, but you're getting some of the ships are moving around. The Alpina, I got it the other day when it was upbound, and so now it's downbound heading towards Detroit, up here around Bad Axe. I'm right down here. And the Algo C, which is a bulk oil carrier, is coming, and it's going to dock right here at Sarnia, south of Port Huron. Probably fill up again, and then it works its way around up over here to like Buffalo and unloads there, because the locks here and the locks up here, when you go up into Lake Superior, they're closed. So any ships that want to transverse can do so down here to Chicago, up here around and down like this again, all the way down to as far as Buffalo. But once you get down here by Niagara Falls and Buffalo, the locks are not operating as of yet. And there's another set of locks, I think, couple, 2 or 3 up along here between Montreal and Kingston. Then you see, I'm widening out a little bit, you'll see all the ships are still moving around up here. And of course, down, it has lightened up tremendously. I remember the other day I came on here and it was just filled up with ships of different kinds. And so that's not the case today. So I'm going to stop share. And so I can go back here and say hello. John Coopy, hey pal, what's happening? Well, John, I decided to come on. I sent you an invite too, if you wanted to come by and pop in for a few minutes. I know you're a busy guy. Was blind said he accidentally clicked onto my last live stream. Oh, was blind. That's. Let me give you. I'm gonna turn you blue. There, was blind. You're a friend of mine. I don't know what. Maybe this is the first time you've come in here. But next time you type up, you should be blue, my friend. Yeah, it's, well, you know, some of the old shows might still be okay, but it isn't like seeing it live, you know? So, like I say, I know that the pandemic has really put the kibosh on a lot of people's activities, but it still is good in the fact that gives us an opportunity maybe to step back a little bit and decide what we're doing with whom and what we enjoy and don't enjoy in life. So I'm awaiting. Michael said he's going to be coming on. I sent out a bunch of invitations to other people. John Coopy is one of them. I'm limited on the number. I don't have a lot of people's email address, but hey, there's John Coopy.
Hey, Paul, what's going on?
Hey, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. I'm a little wiped. I've been cleaning around the house, and yesterday I did a whole bunch of shopping. I was actually late for Coast yesterday because I got stuck.
And I saw you came on a little later.
Huh?
I saw you came on a little later.
Oh, more than a little later, a lot later.
Because when I first tuned in, I'm going, where's John? Where's John? Where's John?
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? This whole thing, I've been on the fence about the whole thing for quite some time, but I guess, you know, I'm at a point where I see the threat. I see the incoming threat. It's not necessarily panic. It is just, hey, I got to get some stuff.
Yep.
Got to get some stuff done.
Yep. Well, you know, you got to do what you feel is necessary to do, John, because nobody's going to do it for you. And when it comes time to even like stocking up your house and with stuff and whatever, it's up to you to do it. You know, it'd be nice if you just snapped your fingers and stuff appeared.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not buying like 1,200 rolls of toilet paper. I'm still not still not doing that. To me, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, I'd rather buy food.
Yeah,
I'd rather buy food.
You know, if you buy a couple of cases of soup or something, I would see that as natural, you know?
One sec.
Okay. Hey, Philly is here in the dark.
Oh, I'm in the dark. It's a madhouse. The lights went out. Oh my God, it's a madhouse here in Philly. Everybody's all shit. Anyway,
Philly, you just scared the shit out of me because your voice just came out of nowhere, and I was like, "What is going on?"
John got up from his computer for a minute to do something, and all of a sudden he heard your voice.
I'm sorry, guys. Oh, Paul, I'm sorry. I'm running around. I had to turn the computer on. I had to go get some cold coffee made. I had to load my smoker up.
Yeah.
I had to put a shirt on. It's a madhouse. I just finished watching Roger.
Well, now what you can do is sit there. You can take it just a deep breath,
Yes.
in and out, and you have now come to live from Studio B.
It's live, Studio V. Let me fix my camera. Sorry about that, guys. Here you
Okay,
go.
that's all right.
All righty, here you are.
That's okay, Michael. So
All
how
right, you doing?
are people acting crazy in Philadelphia too?
Oh, Paul. I mean, and let me just say, let me put it out there, guys. It isn't the pandemic I'm worried about. It's the freaking people. They're losing their minds. It's a madhouse. Calm down. Paul, one thing. Toilet paper.
Who would have thought, right?
Why are you buying up toilet? That's the madhouse. That describes it all. Oh my God, let's go buy toothpicks. We need toothpicks. Get all the toothpicks in the world.
Hello, Logan Carpenter, and hello, Go Fish Office.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
You know what I mean? Come on, toilet paper. I hope whoever bought the toilet paper gets constant. I hope they get this shit so bad that they have to use all their toilet paper. That's why I'm open.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't understand. I mean, I understand it, but at the same time, it just seems like such a massive waste of money, and it's super selfish. Like, I don't. It's just.
And John, you know what it does? You're right. Super selfish. And this is what pisses me off, guys. I hope the world's listening because this gets me mad. You guys are causing the panic. Just calm down. Stop buying all the toilet paper. My ears may need
Try and stay as normal and stay away from people as much as you can, and just we'll get through it. Yeah.
That's it. Don't buy that. Come on. You got money. I don't have no money. I can't buy the toilet paper. And then what's so bad is even if I had it, there's no toilet paper in stock because you, the guy with the money, bought all the toilet paper. Gets me so mad, boy.
Yeah. I mean, about a week and a half ago, I was at a Hy-Vee supermarket, and I just had one thing of coffee, and this old lady was there at the checkout line, and she told me to come on over to go ahead. She's like, I'm not sick. She's like, I'm just out shopping because I can't find what I need. She's like, I didn't get a chance to stock up, and I can't find what I need. She's like, and I'm 83 years old. She's like, and I don't want to be sick. And I told her, I said, I am sorry that, people just wiped everything out, like, so selfishly. They stocked like a bajillion toilet papers to the point that people like you who are really, really high risk, they can't get it.
And that's the part, John, that's just what I'm talking about. If people run out and buy all the milk, well, now I got to go be forced to buy milk because you bought the milk and now the milk's in an epidemic. Calm down, please, guys. It's a flu. Nobody's saying it's bad. Okay, it's bad. We get it. But the food places aren't closing. Calm down. Even the drive-thrus, they're still open.
I know. And to tell you the truth, I think all that is kind of arbitrary at this point. Like, okay, the drive-through of McDonald's is open, but you can't sit in the restaurant. Okay, that keeps people from sitting next to each other.
Right.
But if the fast food worker has coronavirus, yeah, Paul's like, yeah, he gets it. Like, it seems so arbitrary. I get it. I don't get it.
I agree with. Hey, listen, you wouldn't catch me dead. And my thing was Dunkin' Donuts and get my breakfast wrap in the morning. Well, guess what? breakfast.
I love Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yes. Well, I got my coffee now. Screw that. But it's a hat, John. What it is it's habits. We get into these habits. And let me tell you something. Let me get on a positive kick here. I think this is going to be good for the world. But we're going to have to get through it, because I think what's going to happen here is that people really, we're all getting woken up of just how much I think we need each other, just how much we're all connected, man. We are connected. Everything you do over there affects us over here, and us over here affects you over there, and down to a really small thing. And I think if we can pull out of this, if we can help our neighbor, I know that sounds all la-di-da, I get it, but if we can come out of this and get ahead, that I think it's going to raise our self-esteem and just us as human beings, and say, look what we've been through, and we come out of it. Out of every pain, there's always gain, right? Through every bit of pain, you gain, but we got to get through it. And if people could just relax, understand that, well, I don't let me get into the president stuff, because then you'll start me up again. I'm going to have to start screaming. So I'm not going to go there.
Deep breath, Michael.
Deep breath.
Deep breath.
Anyway.
No,
Hey guys,
I agree with
I'll be
you.
right back. I'll be right
agree
back.
with you.
Thank you, Paul. We don't God, I'll see you later, Paul.
John, you keep an eye on Michael for me.
I'm keeping an eye on him. I got my eye on you.
Oh, it's you. Welcome in, guys. It's me, and it's the Me and John show. We're the John and Me show. Wait,
no, I agree with you. I agree with you, man, that, we're going to survive this. Humanity's going to survive this. Look, this virus is bad, but it is also not that bad at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, really what got me is understanding this, that the virus itself still the death rate is still not that bad. But if you look what's happening in Italy, right? The big problem and why they have so many deaths is because the ICU rate is so high for them. Now, I've been thinking about my situation, my parents' situation over in Jersey. My mom's telling me the hospital there is already starting to get overwhelmed. Okay.
Oh, yeah, John. It's a mess.
I mean, it's and people with everyone getting the virus all at the same time, all at the same time frame, people are not, and this is just a fact, people are not going to be able to get the medical help that they need if they need it. And that is scary. That is a reality. And that is something that I really didn't think about at the beginning of all of this. And so I am trying to prepare a bit here. I am, not going out to eat anymore. I'm not doing any of that stuff because I just don't need to. But that is a fact, that just so many people getting this all at once is going to overwhelm our healthcare system. We just don't have the infrastructure for it. I think we're better off in Italy, but so many people here are going to get it still. I mean, I don't think there's any way to stop that right now, short of martial law across the whole United States, which ain't happening. It's not happening.
You're right. And God only knows how much we've spread it and all. And here's the thing. I agree with you. We have to get by it. I think they need to, again, it comes down to us, John, because if people can relax and when they get sick, not panic and rush over to a hospital. You're just, if your fever ain't 105, calm down. Really, just treat your symptoms. You probably have it. There's no cure for it. So just, you got it. You got the flu. So take what you can, but monitor it closely. But I think what it is, once again, panic. Oh my God, I got the virus. I got to get to the hospital. The first one to the hospital lives. Oh, get through that red light. If I don't get there, I'll die. That
is happening. But, unfortunately, there is some truth. There's some truth to that panic, because like I was saying, in Italy, they legitimately got overwhelmed, not just from people coming in and thinking they have it who don't. They're overwhelmed from too many people that did have it and did need to get on a respirator, did need to get on a vent, and they did need to be hospitalized. And these people in Italy, they needed help, and they were at the point where they're like, we can admit them, but we have no resources left. We can't give them anything. And
Correct.
the nearest place to get them somewhere where it has a resource
John.
could be miles away.
John, that's my argument with our leadership here, because this has been known. I'm sorry, guys. This
Michael,
has been
behave
known.
now.
Yeah, I
You
know.
gotta
I
be
know.
good.
I'm
It's
not
all
gonna go
show.
there. I'm not going to go there, but come on, it's been a couple months.
Yeah, but see, here's where I
You
would
can
agree
pick up
with
for
you,
you
Michael.
can't pick up for
It's-
somebody who's
it's
that
happening.
freaking
It's-
stupid.
It's
Anyway,
happening all over the world.
yes.
You know,
yeah.
they push this European Union, and the European Union isn't helping Italy.
Nope.
Paul, the World Health Association has tests, but somebody in leadership, and we don't want to get them from there because we're bigger than that. Get the
I admit I don't
test.
understand that.
Get
I don't
the
know why.
frickin'
I don't know the
test.
facts on that though.
What the hell's the matter with you? If people don't have it, you don't have to shut the freaking economy down, God shang it. Come on, man. But how about this? We can get the mask, but we don't deal with China anymore. Come on! The freaking world's on fire. Deal with them. Shake hands, you son of a bitch. Come on, dude.
Paul,
Kiss
you're
and
gonna
make
have to-
up.
you're gonna have to do
Michael,
something.
Michael.
I'm sorry, but kiss and make up.
Michael.
I have to. Why
Michael.
can't you? I need toilet paper, Paul.
Michael.
Toilet paper.
There's two sides
My
to the
ass is
story.
so sore.
And if you listen to one side, you believe what they say, and you listen to the other side, you believe what they say.
I do
And
both.
somewhere the truth is
The truth is in the
somewhere.
middle. Yes, you're right. I put on CBS, NBC, and then I go over to Fox News, and I somehow try to figure out what the truth is after watching the far left and the far right, and then I'm like this, and then you really get crazy. But you know, some of it, Paul, is, you know, come on. Is it a hoax? Because I know a lot of Republicans are still saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I said it." I said, "Shush." A lot of people are still saying it's a hoax. Are you kidding me?
Nobody that I know is saying that.
Not anymore, but a week ago they were. A week ago it was a hoax. That's truth. That's fact. Oh, there goes my supporters. Oh, you guys, just let's stick to the
Michael,
toilet paper.
Michael.
Let's stick to
Michael,
the. I
you're
need
killing
toilet
Stay
paper.
out of that end of the pool.
I know. I did the toilet paper. Let's get back to the toilet paper.
Oh, speaking of toilet paper, I got something funny.
There we go.
Do you guys mind if I play a TikTok? It's not really political.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Please, anything.
So
John.
somebody just got their Donald Trump check. Okay. Hold on a
Wait,
second.
where's it at?
I gotta
Did
get
they
the
really?
volume.
Well,
I gotta get the volume.
I want to check.
I want to show you what it looks like.
I can't believe it actually came. I just cut it open. Sorry, I couldn't hold the phone. And this is supposed to be the Donald Trump check. I don't know why it came in a box, but I'm one of the first ones to get it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Hits all
Toilet paper.
Yay!
The
Yay!
hand sanitizer.
Yay! I love it. That's what's
There's a
coming.
little humor in here.
Yes, that's what's coming. No, that ain't humor. That's a real thing, John. Yeah, that's what's really coming. Oh no, there goes 5 more subscribers. Oh shit. Hey, listen, that's what happens when your ass is sore for a week because you don't have toilet paper. You get a little cranky. I'm sorry.
Well, did you see Centroid's version of how to conserve toilet paper?
No, what would he say?
Oh man. You
What did he
take
say?
one square toilet paper.
Oh, he did a video?
No, online he does it. He fold it into like a
Oh, he did.
triangle.
He did.
And you rip off the little corner that's in the whole thing. You open it up and it's got a hole in the middle of it.
No.
Take and put your finger in there.
No.
Then you do what you have to do.
Oh.
And then you take the toilet paper and you go like this and pull it back up over your finger. And then the little part that you pulled off, you take, and that's what you clean under your fingernail with.
Oh, get out. No, that's it. I'm making a full video coming soon. Me on the toilet. I'm going to show them what I do. But guess what? Somebody brought something to my attention last night. Guys, listen to this. This is how crazy we have become. Okay. Think of how simple this is. Okay. That nobody's ever thought of it. Okay. This is sometimes the answer is right in front of him. So there's a crash on the stores for toilet paper. Oh my God, where's the freaking toilet paper? Oh my God, my ass is sore because there's no toilet paper. Well, what did you used to wipe your ass with before toilet paper? There are napkins, people. They do sell napkins, and they're half the price, and they're not running out. Get the napkins,
Hey,
guys.
Michael, what store you been in? Napkins are out of all the stores.
I was
Oh,
gonna
my
say,
store's got
napkins are
tons
gone
of
too, dude.
napkins. I got napkins coming out my
Anything
ass.
paper products that'll wipe are gone in a lot of stores.
Oh, well, they caught on. It caught on. Oh,
I was there. Yeah, I was at a local grocery store. I was at a local grocery store yesterday because I really wanted to stay away from Walmart because Walmart's just a hellhole.
It's a madhouse.
You know, people stay away from the local grocery store too because it's a little more expensive, whatever.
Yeah.
And even there, okay, even there with their higher prices for everything, gone. Napkins, gone. Paper towels, there was one roll there.
Where do you live at, John?
So I live in a small town in Missouri called Ashland. There's about 5,000 people that live here.
Gotcha. That's probably why.
And I
let me tell
live
you
about 15 minutes away from a city called Columbia, where the university is there, the big university that we have here in Missouri. There's about 100,000 people who live there. They got 2 Walmarts there, but I already knew from talking to people that there was nothing there. So I decided to just go to the local supermarket here. And
You know, I'm afraid to say this. I really am, because I don't want a rush on Philadelphia, but we went to the Acme the other day, 2 days ago.
Mhm.
And again, we went to the Acme because I had no plans on going to get food. I had enough food. had my little yogurts and cottage cheese that I live on. There was no need for me to go. But again, Harry, you know, you see the videos, the shelves are empty and you're freaking out. And so we run out. I'm forced to go out, and God forbid, we got to get toilet paper. And water, you know, oh my God, like our spigots don't work anymore. You know, it just kills me. But anyway, so we're running for toilet paper and water. We get to the Acme, and I'm not going to tell you where my Acme's at, but they had everything. The only thing they didn't have was bread. Bread did go, and milk. You could only get like lactose intolerant, which I'm fine with. But there was plenty. I mean, they weren't stocked to the ceilings, but there was toilet paper, there were napkins, even the water. They had crates, like you know, pallets, and they just had them laying up and down the aisles. And I actually went up to the owner, because we went out because we were panicked, and I thanked her, not the owner, but the manager. I said, thank you so much for really handling your product well. You've made me feel so comfortable to be able to come in here and not feel like, you know, the shelves are empty. Their shelves weren't stocked to the times, but they weren't empty like you're seeing on TV. And
Right.
that made me feel more comfortable than knowing that, you know, there was a couple gallons of water, you know. And so I get it. I understand why people, you know, need to do it. But guys, you can use your spigot water. If you have a Brita little container, you can make your own little water, get some gallons for, I mean, this is the other thing. Masks, there's no masks, make your own. Come on, we're human beings. We know how to do this. We build drones. We can build a mask.
Hello,
you know.
Josh Weaver, RSC. Yeah, it's well, it's kind of hard probably for you to relate with John, because John, Michael has 5,000 people that live on his block.
Right.
You know,
Yes,
so
yeah. Yes, but you would think, Paul, because we're so crammed in, that it would be like things would be crazy, and it wasn't. That's what I get. Now, I haven't been there in a couple days, so I'm not speaking for what's in the Acme today. But I know 2 days ago, 3 days ago, when we went shopping, all the yogurts I can put in my cart, all the cottage cheese, all the shit that I eat was there, all water, toilet paper. It was all there.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, I don't know, you know, the average size of an apartment in Philly, but I'm also thinking, how much can you guys stock? You know, with all the stores and all the stuff there, how much can you guys even stock? Because I mean, I've got a full pantry in here. I got a whole garage. I could literally stock for doomsday.
Yes. That's the other thing, John. You bring up a good point. See, we don't have room like you guys either. So most people in Philly have one refrigerator. You know, it's just in our, we don't have freezers that we can lay around the house in the garage. We don't have that. There's no 2-car garage. There's nothing. You have what you could put on your kitchen table and in your refrigerator.
And that's it.
We bought we like bananas. So Sharon's putting bananas in the cart. I'm like, honey, we got like 30 bananas. Calm down. They go bad. No, we got it. So get ripe ones. Okay, great. So we bought the real green ones and we worked our way up to the ripe. Well, we got 20 something freaking bananas sitting on the table. And right now they're all getting black.
Well, you better start eating.
Yeah, so she's like, I'll make banana bread. I said, do something with them. What the hell? So that she actually had to, but that's what I'm saying. So you use your brain. You can't buy a mask, make one. There's no gowns. Throw some old clothes on. When you get done in the environment, throw them into the wash. Put a new set of clothes on. You know, I mean, there's other ways. We're human beings. We can figure this out, guys. There's no need to panic. Oh my God, there's swabs are out. Okay, well, think of something else. How about some, any cotton balls, something. Hey. Now I'm not saying that to say that we shouldn't be, nervous, but I draw the line at the panic part because nothing helps. And let's bring it back to drones. When you lose connection with your drone and you're having struggles flying it, what's the worst possible thing you can do? Panic. If you panic, you can't think, you can't fly the thing back. You're not thinking, oh my God, look at the winds. I'm missing that. Oh my God, I'm 700 feet up. Let me calm it down. Because you're in a state of panic. If you just calm down, like Paul says, take a breather, in and out, look at the situation. All right, it's bad, but she's coming home. I know she flies on 0%. We're going to get this thing home. And if she lands a block away, we know where that's at too. We'll go run to her, so try to be positive about it. So, anyway, that's my thing on it. But with all that being said, it's the people. You know what bothered me the most? And I'm going to shut up about this. The other day, they had a news thing where a rush on the gun stores. Now, that bothered me some.
Ammunition, yep.
That made me feel unsafe because I don't know how to fire a gun. I don't have guns. I don't believe in guns. Well, I shouldn't say I don't have them, but I don't approve them. I'm really,
Your subscribers lost, Paul.
I know I lost 5
God,
more. Jeez. Oh God. Let me take that back. I love guns, but I'm afraid of them.
More subscribers
Hey,
lost, Paul.
Michael, what your statement should be, Michael, is I support everybody in their opinion on guns.
Yeah.
And if you are a supporter of the Second Amendment,
I am.
go with God.
No, I'm absolutely.
Paul should be the president. See,
Yes, I believe that our rights. Hey, I believe in that. You have the right, and I believe in that. But with that being said, when there's a rush on the gun stores, you better lock your doors. I mean, come on. Why are you rushing on ammunition and guns? Is there an uprising? What's going on? That's scary.
I'm gonna tell you something, and
What do you need ammunition for? That's to kill people, ain't it?
look for the
Not to
most
go
part,
hunting.
for the most part, personally, I think that is panicky. But here's the thing, and this is where you hope that people get assistance that they need for things. When people can't pay their rent, they can't pay their mortgage, they can't
Right.
pay their stuff. If things are allowed to go on that way for too long, some people are going to get bad ideas inside their head. Okay, they're just going to want to take things to survive. Now,
Yes.
hopefully, we don't get to that point.
John, I live in a ghetto.
Okay, well
I
then
mean,
you should
come
understand.
on, man.
You
Hey,
should
I
that's-
live in a
understand.
ghetto.
Hey, Michael, that was obvious when you went down to try and find your drone.
Oh,
Everybody came out and says, "What the hell you doing here?"
Hey, get away from my house. I don't give a shit. You lost your drone. Get the F out of here. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm at the loss, And then the little dots show it walking right into his house. I mean, come on, but
That's why I'm all for temporary suspension of mortgage and rent payments for those who need it, assistance and all that. Because
no. We need to bail out. We should bail out big business first, John. Come on.
well,
Michael?
There goes 10 more
Michael?
subscribers. I can't open my mouth.
Michael, you got to behave yourself, guy, because
I can't.
Think about this. Remember the two sides of the
Yeah,
story.
no planes. Yeah, but there
Big
are no people, no
business.
planes.
Big business is the major hirer of employees.
Absolutely.
It isn't like they're just sitting there by themselves collecting money for not anything.
No, I mean,
Exactly.
Paul's right. The reality is, look, and some businesses are behaving a little better than others. Like Delta, Delta's screwed. Okay, all the airlines, they're screwed. They're just grounding
Guys.
planes because nobody wants to go on
Guys,
them. Money doesn't just come from thin air to pay
I
people.
I
okay?
hear what you're saying, but
Businesses
we
do
lived
need
through
help. They
this.
do need help.
We
They
lived through
definitely
this
need help.
already.
I think that we should just make sure that the money that we give them too has some rules on it. I don't agree with stock buybacks. I hope I can say that. I hope that's not like too extreme.
Thank you, John, because that's where 2008 went. Man,
Well,
let's
okay,
give our
but that's-
CEOs a raise.
I think they should be able
Okay.
to buy back their stock. I think they
Yay.
should be able to try to just keep their company running. They need some money too. But then there are companies
do.
like McDonald's that really kind of annoy me when I see that they were trying to fight not having to give their workers sick leave. That really pissed me off, and I won't be going to McDonald's anytime soon. Okay. Now they argued that it was for the franchisees. They said that our franchisees are not going to be able to afford that sick leave. That is true. Okay, you know what? McDee's made like 21 billion last year in profit or something. I read. If you're that concerned about your franchisees for a couple months, figure it out. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
I think everybody's scrambling because
Yeah, these are all
and
our
then on the
opinions.
short end of the deal, everybody says, "Oh, just a couple of months."
Right.
Personally, I think it's going to go on for a year and a half.
Well,
that could be
yeah.
very well true. That could be very
And
well
again,
true.
these are all our opinions, guys. I
Yeah.
mean,
The views and opinions of those on the panel are not necessarily
Yeah.
the views and the opinions of everyone here.
Exactly. And my opinion, my belief is that it all starts down at the bottom, at people, because without the people, you don't have the organization. I believe that it trickles up. We've made who they are. We've made them who they are. That's how they became big business. And if you take it a step further, remember, we are the ones that pay our government. We, the people, in order to form. It's written down. That's our government. I think people forget that it's ours. It's not theirs. We tell them how to spend our money. That's how it's supposed to work. But for so long, it hasn't done that. And that's where I say that I think, and again, my opinion, that out of this may come some good stuff because, and it's going to be a fight. Of course, it's going to be a fight because money wants to go to money. And now there's a big struggle because, but with all that being said, let me say this. There's a little caveat here. And I think the caveat, and this, again, my opinion, coming from a poor guy who lives in a freaking ghetto, it's easy for a poor guy to lose everything he has. We already know what it's like to wipe your ass with toilet with newspaper. But take a guy on a yacht and tell him he's got to use a piece of paper to wipe his butt. Yay!
All right.
There's the caveat. Yay!
Apparently, the earliest spring in 124 years has arrived today. Or arrives tonight, rather.
Tonight. Yep.
Tonight,
First
yeah,
day
I
of-
didn't know that.
First day of spring arrives this evening at
Really?
10:40 p.m. I think.
Nice.
That's well. Yeah, spring. Did you see?
Are you itching to go outside for a walk or put some plants in the ground?
Yes, exactly. Maybe we should go plant. I heard there's.
I wish I could go fly, but our weather, man, has just been terrible. It's either raining or
Hey, Michael, have you been able to fly your new Mini yet?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think yes and no. I flew it, I think, twice, but the reason I don't fly it is because, guys, if you have a Mini, you can't fly it above 1 mile an hour winds. You gotta watch. If you got 2 mile an hour winds, keep it grounded. She'll just blow. Wait, where's it at? She just blows away.
Did you guys see what Joan Schatz said?
Hold on. Wait, you gotta do it.
Michael doesn't have an Enterprise, so he can't do that.
Why? What did Johns do?
Drone Shot says, Mikey, let's get out the Mavic Enterprise with speaker. fly around and tell people to get off the streets and for the love of God, stay home.
Yes, that would be great. But you don't see police doing that, using their freaking enterprises. Mikey's got to go do it. Yeah, I'm
I
flying
heard
low.
that they were doing that in China. I don't know if it was true that they were using drones to watch people and to tell them, what to do or whatever. If they saw them, they'd speak to them through that speaker. I saw that literally happened in some areas in China.
Yeah.
Drone shots. That was Paul's enterprise. He thinks I have an enterprise. Yeah, I'm just reading it. Now, I don't have an enterprise. He sent it over for me to fly it, see how I liked it. That was all.
Yep.
It's okay.
And actually, the Enterprise ended up with Mr. DiNardo.
Yeah, Mr. DiNardo. Yes. Well, that's good.
John
Hey, you got a
DiNardo's
great
got it.
bird. It's a great bird. My whole thing. They just need to redo the app.
Yep.
That's it. If they can make that Enterprise fly with
And
the
I
Go
s-
4 app, it would be awesome.
I sent out my Inspire 1 version 2 today to its new owner.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Really?
you had it for a week.
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Who did you get what you paid for it at least?
Oh, no, I lost about $500.
Well, hey, he's still got to experience the Inspire 1.
Well, I've
Yeah,
had Inspire
But he's
1.
already had. Who did you buy? Who just
I
did you
had
sell
two.
on eBay?
John, I had 2 of them. I had an Inspire 1 original, Inspire 1 Pro, and I also had an Inspire 2. At one time.
Who did you sell it to, Paul? Anybody we know?
Phantom Hodges.
Oh,
Phantom Hodges. Yeah, we know him.
Yep.
Good.
He's down in southern Ontario, down along Lake
Awesome.
Lake Erie down there.
yeah.
Paul, I would have
that's-
jumped
I
on
saw
that.
that. I saw that Roger got the mini, Paul. That's freaking
Yeah.
so nice of you, man. It's,
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. I just before I saw your thing, I was watching the video. I just responded. I watched him open it. Why does it get so exciting watching a person open a drone? I had the freaking drone, yet I want another one. Soon as you see somebody break that plastic off,
Yep.
there's something in that plastic. I don't know what it is. I'm an addict. It's a madhouse. It's
yeah.
that's
They
what
were
we
so
need.
happy.
Yes, he was. And I said to him, Paul, welcome to the Eagle Club, man, because Roger doesn't have the experience of a 3-axis gimbal.
Yep.
Wait until he flies the 3-axis gimbal. And where he lives, that mini is everything.
And it stays in the air for 30 minutes.
Everything. He can live stream from it. He can, it's as steady as a freaking rock.
There'll
And
be no interference at all.
no interference at all where he's at. He'll be able to go 2 miles and not have any problem. That bird
Was Blind was asking me why I sold the Inspire. Well, 2 reasons. One is I realized after I got it, I really do like the Inspires because they're just so awesome. When the arms go up, it's like I can't describe. But 15-minute batteries.
Yeah.
15 to 18. And they're so big and bulky. When you fly the Mavic 2s, you just grab and go, and you can put them in the air immediately. Now, the Inspire would go into the air immediately, but you got a controller that's almost as big as my Mavic 2 Zoom, and it's just so much bigger and bulkier. And just after I got it, because my Inspire 2 Zoom is my go-to drone for doing ships. And so once I figured out that it still was my go-to drone, I'm thinking, well, why am I hanging on this? This bird needs to be loved somewhere else.
But I love you, Mark. I do. I love you. I did save me to type and not on the type. I said, there goes the show. Teach is here. Forget it. And I'll see y'all later. All righty then.
Hey, Mark, I sent you a link, didn't I?
No, don't. It's either me or him, Paul. I'm out of here. No, it's Paul. Paul, if you invite him in, I'm live.
Wait, who have we got here?
We still have Michael, but
Oh,
Centroid is in the chat.
hey, what's going on? He's out. He's I guess he's just chilling since all schools are closed.
He's
Yeah.
the one buying all the toilet paper, guys.
Hmm.
He's
Well,
the
actually,
one.
Mark has been working diligently for the last couple of days, trying to figure out how he can continue on his classes doing live streams for his students.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That's exactly, let me just say this. Before Mark comes in and wrecks it, let me say this. This forum that we have here is an absolute godsend because we didn't realize it right before. When we're able to go outside, hey, we don't see what we have. But once you lose something, you start to realize what you got. And we're able to come here in a community, be friends with each other. I feel like I know you guys, and I've never touched either one of you, and yet I feel like I know you. And it's an amazing thing when you can come together as friends and be right here on freaking TV. And it's just this. Basically, what I'm saying is technology is just brought us to a whole nother level. And it's an amazing gift. It really is a gift. And what Mark is saying is so awesome with schooling. Yes, you don't need to go to freaking school. If you have a computer and you could get computer into these people's homes that can't afford them, and that could be done. Come on, the payout. Let's do it and let's teach. Let's be in the comfort of our own home and learn and grow as humans and do everything, right? And share and pray. I was going to, and that leads me to say one thing. I'll shut up again. I can't help it. I'm just toilet paper. That's what happens when you got a sore ass. Anyway, so I feel so guilty for not being live every minute because here, when everything was fine, I got 12 shows a day. Now that people need me, that's the way I feel. I'm not going live.
Yep.
And guys, I apologize for that. But
Well,
what it's
Michael,
about-
how you can make up for it is go
No.
over onto other people's channels. I saw
that's what I'm
I
trying
saw
to do.
today Rodney is up and running again channels. He did a live stream.
Yes,
today.
I saw him. But what it's not even that, Paul. What it is you got to understand from me and what I do. Guys, I put on a little bit of a show. Hey, it's a Madhouse. Well, lately I haven't really felt that. And I don't want to go live and give you a depressing person. So what I'm choosing, and it may not be right, and I apologize for it, but if I'm not feeling like the Philly that everybody knows, I basically have.
Yeah, but Michael, you are multi-dimensional.
I am, Paul. But I'm.
You
I just
can be
haven't
the serious Michael. You can be
Yeah.
the funny, hilarious Michael. There's more to you than just a madman.
Correct, and you're right, Paul. But you're right, and you know what? On that, I apologize. But
Centroid, I sent the link, buddy.
I apologize to all my supporters. I'm sorry. Listen.
You don't
I'm-
have to
I'm
be
afraid-
sorry. You are who you are. One thing about you, Michael, is you say what you think.
Yes.
Mhm.
No.
There he
no,
is.
What the hell, man? Here it goes.
Oh, Michael, you're not getting off too easily. man.
No. Why did you have to
Michael,
give
you're
it
screwed
to him?
now.
It's you. It's you.
Hey, listen,
You.
Michael, if it's any consolation, I'm not going to be able to stay on too long anyway because I'm
Good.
actually trying to meet with students online tonight.
I think they're calling you anyway.
Yeah. No, I got an hour. So you got an hour. You got me for now.
He's got an hour, Michael.
Oh, no, it's a madhouse.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Well, Louis P. Floyd was gracious enough to join me earlier for a test.
Does Lewis have some kind of dyslexia? You know that
Dyslexia?
thing?
No.
Why do you keep repeating things, Lewis? You're driving me crazy.
That's his thing.
That's his.
Oh, is it his schlick?
It's
that's
his
his
shtick.
shtick.
It's shtick, Michael.
Shtick. His shtick. All right. Here
You
it
know,
is.
kind of like your shtick being the dynamic range, and for the love of God, you know.
Yeah, you're talking my language.
Yep.
Mark, listen, let me get before you rip me.
Why would I do that?
My ass is a little sore, okay? So because we've been
And,
using paper.
Now,
so
listen, I resent the fact that you blame me for the lack of toilet paper. Ask
There
Paul.
is.
No, ask Paul. I conserve my
Mark
toilet.
demonstrates the right way.
I know. I don't. That's disgusting, bro.
It's and it's been confirmed. It's legitimate. I didn't make that up. That's a legitimate way of conserving toilet paper. The people think it's a joke. It's not.
Dude, that's disgusting. How about this, guys? Use napkins.
How about
We
use a
told you
washcloth
there's
and
no
wash it?
Yes,
Not
yes.
either.
Use a washcloth.
How about taking a shower afterwards? You know,
Yes, jump in the water. Who cares about the water? Go in the water. Yes, Mark, I like it. And there's nothing better than showering after a shit. It's wonderful. You feel so clean.
shit, shower, and a shave right there, buddy.
Yes, it's beautiful. What are you laughing at, Paul? We don't need you anymore. Get out of here. This show's a mess. It's a shit show. Mikey comes on and it's a shit show.
Michael, deep
I'm
breath,
sorry.
Michael.
I'm gonna make some
Deep
toilet
breath,
paper
Michael.
out of this now. I'm gonna go
He's
ahead.
got that.
Start
John's
cutting
got
it in half
that.
now.
He's gonna start making toilet paper rolls.
There
Yeah,
you
you got to do what you got to do. You got to.
Cut it in half, John. Cut the whole thing in
No,
half.
you
It's
cut
too
immediately
much.
get thirds.
go. Thirds
out.
out.
My
You
next
get
to last roll of paper towel, actually.
That's
My
right.
Hey, for what it's worth, my wife went out shopping earlier. There's plenty of toilet paper out there, folks. No need to go stock up on it again.
Yes. Me
Yeah.
too, Mark. Philly's
This-
got, I don't want to let anybody know, but Philly's got toilet paper. We're good.
There's no reason to run on this stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's just, it never was. There was never a reason. There was
Mark, let me get serious for a minute.
Uh-oh.
It takes a lot of energy.
Wait,
That's-
wait.
that's
Every-
kind of a-
yeah, I was gonna
that's
say,
kind of a
everybody,
leading statement.
everybody check the temperature of the
Damn.
ground. I think hell just froze over.
I know. Oh, it hurt. That
Okay.
actually hurt.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
felt it in my gut. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, now you said you're gonna get serious.
I know.
I don't know what that-
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get serious. Oh, yes. I can't get serious now. You killed me. You're
It's very
destroying me.
hard to take Philly serious.
And I know. Now listen, Mark,
Yes.
let me get serious for a moment here.
I'm rating.
Even stop
Okay.
laughing.
Yeah, listen, the school thing, I
Mm.
think is an amazing thing that you're able to still get into people's homes and teach them on technology. And I was just saying on the poll while you before you were coming in, what a wonderful opportunity do we have. And maybe we don't see it now, but even our live streams, what we've been doing for
Mhm.
the last year and a half,
Well,
we've been kind of taking it for granted, right? But then you lose your
Well,
friend to touch, and now it's like wowzers.
well,
You know,
here's
it's
the
so
fun.
wonderful.
Here's the funny
Telling
thing.
you.
The school district essentially says you got to go online and teach somehow, and they said this is what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. And everybody's like, "Well, how do you expect us to do it?" And they're like, "Your teachers go figure it out." And I'm
Mm,
like, and
yeah.
I'm fortunate because I've been doing this for the last, so I have the confidence and I'm willing to learn the technology. That's why I've been doing a couple test streams. They do that all the time. They get into a panic and then they throw it on our laps. And I'm sorry, I'm going to sound like I'm promoting teachers here, but districts do that all the time. They come up with ideas, and then when we say, okay, give us the support, give us the materials, and they're like, oh no, we don't know how to do that. You got to figure it out for yourself. So
That's
what
not
happens?
cool.
So what happens is teachers bail out the districts. They put it on us, and we bail them out. You know.
Yes, yes,
and-
absolutely.
And
That
you know,
kudos to you guys.
well,
people in the
it's-
trenches, the people in the trenches.
it's like I said, teaching would be so much easier if we didn't have a conscience. Any teacher
Ah.
worth their salt cares about what they do, and we'll figure it out somehow. But
And they use it against you, Mark.
Yes, they
use it
do.
against
They
you.
know we're going to do it. They know we're
Yeah.
going to do it. Well,
Yeah,
most
and
of
that's
us. know.
sad. And I wish and I hope that changes from all this. And that's what I was saying to Paul. I think a lot of things may change in a good way from
Yeah.
this because no pain, no gain. It's
No.
just the way life is.
Yeah.
And maybe we can all see that we are capable. We can do this. And I think the system is going to realize their shortcomings too, and maybe prepare for the next one a little bit better.
Well,
The
one,
next-
one would
anyway,
hope. One would hope.
You would hope, right?
So
But
I mean,
kudos to you, bro, for bringing that to kids. And because let me tell you something, not being in school is wonderful, but then not being in school and can't going outside, that's a whole nother thing. And
Yeah.
and then after a week goes by, now it's torture. It's
Yeah.
literally torture. How many wives and husbands are fighting, ripping each other's heads off? Me and Sharon can't sit in the same room anymore because I mean, you know, let's face it, guys, you're spending too much time together in the same space. And let's throw in some serious issues. No money, no food, no toilet paper. There you go. Comfort in the same room. Enjoy. Love each
Just-
other.
Discuss now, right?
Yes, of course. You're like, I'll kill you. Use the ply, and it was my ply. Your ply. Well, where's the money? We ain't got any money. Had you
Look-
paid the bills? What bills? It's
Look at this. We sent Go Fish running. Go Fish says, "I need a break."
no, you better go fish. I don't think I have you, Mr. Go Fish. Come over to my channel. The hell with Paul D. Come over to me, Go Fish. I'm sorry, Foley. I didn't say that. Here
No, I
goes 5 more
I
subscribers.
gotta say what Mark is doing too by actually hosting a live
Fool's like this guy.
online classroom. That dude, that's more above and beyond what you expect from a college class. that's
Correct.
Online. I
Well,
mean,
the
I
truth
had
of
so many college classes that honestly,
You're right.
the online portion was just
Horrible.
What did I even pay for?
Yes, horrible.
well, here's the thing. Our schools essentially said not only to us but said to the kids, whatever goes online, you can't be held accountable for. I can't grade them on anything. Technically, I'm not supposed to deliver. Wait, it gets better. I can't deliver new material, and if I do deliver new material, I'm expected to teach it again when I show up in the classroom. If we even have school this year, and they kind of made it pointless, right?
Yeah.
But I said to my kids who are mostly seniors, I said, listen, they knew this, and they're like, so if I don't show up to the online class or watch the videos that you post, you can't fail me for it. And I said, no, I can't. And they're like, then why bother? I said, you're right. Why bother? And then they waited, and I said, and here's why you're going to bother. I said, because you're going to college next year, and this is a test case. A lot of colleges are going to online instruction. I can almost guarantee you that next year, if this works out the way it is, and this is kind of, you can blame COVID-19 for this or whatever, that a lot of colleges are going to be hiring university professors from all over the world, and half your classes are going to be done this way now. They're not going to have to bring people into the area to teach these courses, so get used to it, kids. As I said, it's worth your while. You're going to learn something, and you're going to get exposure to something that you're probably going to see next year anyway. So why not give it a shot? Get it out of your system now.
I agree with you. I didn't think about that because right now, online college classes are pretty much BS. But if they switch to a live teacher format, that would revolutionize the online class.
My goal is that I'll be in a little corner in a box. I'm going to have a screen with essentially what I do on a smartboard anyway. It's going to be just like they're sitting in a classroom. I'll be talking about how to solve a problem. They're shy about being on camera. And if I'm going to videotape it, I can't have them on camera anyway.
Correct.
And they can either type or voice a question to me, and I can actually direct answer it the way I would in the classroom. And I can in real time do the problem and say, no, try this, or you're going to want to do this. And it's
Are they going to be able to see you?
Yes.
Okay. That's
important. No,
important.
I want them to see me. They're
That's
hear me.
important because
Yeah,
I took what John is saying. I took when I was in college 2 years ago at 53, but I took some classes online as well, and it's what made me quit. It was so bad. The woman who was this big smart woman that was never on, she just talked, and it's like I'm hearing a voice. Where's it coming from? And I'm trying to keep up with the chats. It was so discombobulating, and I kept saying, just put a camera. Can't I see you in front of a blackboard?
At that
what
point,
a freaking piece of chalk.
Michael,
like
you
I'm
were
there.
lucky. Michael, you were lucky to even have any audio from them. I had
audio.
online classes where there's no audio from the professor. There's no nothing. All of it is reading. It's all there. It's all right in front of you. If you read it and do it, but you pretty much have to do it yourself. You know that you're doing it yourself. And if you need to see the professor, you're going to have to go to the office hours or something like that. But for the most part, the online class is you and the text on the screen and the slides, and that's it.
Yeah, you might as well have a textbook in front of you and not even have a computer.
But yeah.
And then you
that's
answer
how you draw
questions
people in, Mark. I'd be willing to bet that your mannerisms, your personality draws people in. That's how you get them to learn. They start to like you as the person.
And you're right. And sadly enough, even though I tell them I don't like them, they still come back.
It's the fact you're telling them that. It's just a spite.
They're like, oh no, you love us. I'm like, whatever.
But that's universal across the spectrum of anything done in social media or social education. Is if there's not somebody there that has a personality, boom.
Well, that's it. if this is going to work, it's got to be as close to the real thing as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got to be watching. They got to be able to interact, and they got to be able, because let's face it. I mean, they do this, and unless you can address their questions at that instant, it's pointless. You know. And so hopefully this is going to work out. I may only have 3 kids show up tonight to test this with me, but come hell or high water, tomorrow I'm going to have scheduled a time where I'm going to be live, and I'm going to be doing the next lesson.
And it
Whether
makes
they-
you
Kudos to you for making the effort, man.
Yeah, well, I refuse to subscribe to the let's make it look like we're doing our job and just say and see things posted online.
And
say,
there's a
okay.
small percentage of teachers that aren't going to do much of anything.
Oh, it's like any profession. You got Deadwood in every profession, but I do have to say that Louis P. Floyd's doing hard work at this. A lot of us are. My wife's doing it. She's planning on stuff online. She's using Zoom. I mean, a lot of us are trying to do our job and keep it moving. And for what it's worth, if people think that we're on vacation now because of COVID-19, I've been putting in hours in the last couple of days, getting, slides ready and testing and trying. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you don't think I'm going to get reimbursed for this, do you?
I bought a tablet.
I bought a tablet to be able to write online as I'm doing the problem. It's easier than using a mouse. I don't. The district won't reimburse me for that, but that's okay because I can use it for other things. We do what we got to do. And
Mark, what kind of tablet did you buy? I'm just curious.
it's called an XP-pen. I don't know who makes it. I bought it. It was $80.
Comes with a pen and everything.
Yeah, it's really designed. Oddly enough, it's really designed for graphic arts. See,
whoa, okay.
So basically, it acts like it acts just like a mouse. But if you're doing anything, let's say in Corel Paint or something like that, it has all the features, so you can actually do artwork with it. So it's above and beyond what I really need. But
so Matt,
that's why I bought it.
I'm not thinking straight. You can run. Gotcha. You can write formulas and stuff. Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
And he got a pretty good buy on it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was about $80. Can I share something with you, Paul?
Sure.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to share. This is not how I'm going to do it, but do you guys see this whiteboard?
Yes.
Do you see that? Let's see. I don't know.
Let's do a problem.
You
Go
want to do a
on.
problem? I got to turn this sucker on. I don't know if it's on.
Mark,
There we go.
can you do it just a basic letter squared? Just a z squared plus b squared equals
Plus 2 equals 5. How's that?
Wait. See, I got a problem already. Is that a 2 or is that a z?
Dude, my students already know I can't write worth a damn. If I were to
Let's do integrals. I want to see some.
you want to see an integral?
What's
Okay,
an
we'll do
integral?
an
Wait, that's the little number.
I hated those in
Oh,
college.
you mean these things from 0 to 2, let's say, of x squared plus 2x dx?
Yeah, it's gonna
Right?
stop.
That was
Want
them.
to see that?
No,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Chinese. It's Chinese, guys. What are the letters doing there?
That's a 2. My Z's look like this, Michael. I have to put that there. So,
Okay. Gotcha.
That's
The
good
Z's,
though. I
that's
really
they're
like
all
how that
2.
looks.
yeah, well, I have. Don't judge the tablet on this because I'm supposed to be left-handed, and I went to parochial school, so
Mark,
they made me.
what's that first thing with the little squiggly thing with the dot?
You're just like my calc students. That's an integral symbol.
It's
that's
an integral.
Integral from
Oh.
0 to 2. It shows displacement. So essentially, this is the calculation I would go through with the kids, right? Oh, got to square that, and then it would be 0 squared.
Okay, can we go 101? Can we
You
get
want-
a little easy?
Okay, you want 101? I'm going to do this.
Yes, what
gonna-
is this?
I'm going to
Come
do this.
on,
I'm going to do
John,
this
you're
one.
killing me.
I'm going to do this one. I did this with Louis P. Floyd earlier today.
Easy,
'Cause I
Mark,
told you,
please,
I-
we're old.
I hate numbers, but and I know it's weird because math teacher hating numbers, but just to give you an idea of how much numbers aren't what you think they are. For
Yes.
example, you know what this means, Michael?
Yeah, division.
Yeah, it's 0.9 repeating. Actually, that's equal to 0.999.
Okay, is that what that means? Okay,
That
I
little
get
line above
that.
it goes-
999. Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
well, what kids don't understand is this decimal 0.9 repeating is actually equal to 1 exactly.
Oh, the point is equal to 1, or the whole thing is
The
equal.
This-
line over top of
This
the 9.
decimal, if I hit a decimal and then I hit 999 and I keep doing that forever, now
Yeah.
we're getting theoretical here. Keep going forever. It actually does equal the number 1 exactly. And
But why isn't it falling short by 0.1?
Because it goes on forever.
But it never is never 1.
Exactly. Well, it is 1. You want to prove that?
Yes, prove it. Show
You
it.
want to
Prove it.
Everybody thinks
that
I'm
too.
joking with this. Everybody thinks I'm joking with this.
Name
We're gonna
that.
we're going to go old school here. You remember how if you took a fraction, your teachers taught you that you would divide, right? Through
Yes. Yes.
I got to see this. I'm glad that you guys let me do this because it's giving me a chance to practice.
Yes. I
Right?
love it, Mark.
So you would take the 1, put it in here, and then you say, okay, 3 can't go into 1, so you got a decimal, right?
Got to add that decimal and a 0.
And
right.
then you say, okay, 3 into 10, that goes what, 3
3
times?
times.
Which
With
is 9, and you
got the
subtract
one,
1, and you bring down
it's
another
over and
0.
over and over again.
So this
Right.
is where, if we do this forever, we get 0.3 repeating, right? Forever and ever and ever. You agree with me on that, right?
I agree with you.
Okay, so if I take 1/3, and you all agree with me that that's equal to 0.3 repeating, let me write it out like this. So you get it,
Correct.
right?
I do agree.
Well, here's where I'm going with this. I'm going to do 1/3 again, right? Which is equal to 0.3 repeating. I'm just and I'm going to go one more time with that, right? So you get 0.3 repeating. Now, do you
Got it.
remember your old school lessons when you're adding decimals? What do? You make sure the decimals are lined up, right?
Correct.
And so what do you get? You get 0.999. So all these 3s add up to be 9 forever, right?
Correct.
But what's 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3? It's 3/3, which is equal to
Which is equal to 1, you bastard. I should have saw it. I should have saw it.
I was never taught that in all
Well,
my math in college.
and I'll tell you, I hate numbers, and everybody loves math because math is concrete. And I don't know how you folks feel about this. Do you ever see something that's
But
so
I gotta
perfect?
go. Okay, hold on, Mark. You know, but why did you only do it 3 times? If you do that formula and do 1/3 one more time, then it equals 12, 12, 12, 12, 12.
No,
You know what I mean?
well, I just wanted to get to one whole to show
I
you that it's
know.
equal to
So,
0.9
but
repeating.
that's the thing about numbers. You can make them do whatever you want them to.
Well, to a certain extent, yes. And have you guys ever thought like you've seen somebody or watch? It's so perfect that you get suspicious. Things
Yeah.
are so perfect. You know there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
Well, everybody thinks math is perfect. I hated math for that. And when I realized math was a bit nebulous like this, a little crazy.
That's why
that's
I
when-
don't like it. It doesn't
that's when
work out.
That's when I started liking math because it's not perfect. And there are all kinds
Ah.
of crazy things that go on with that. I mean,
Like, you should do some basic factoring. Show people some factoring. So many people struggle with factoring.
in fact, Paul, do you really want this to be a math lesson for crying out loud?
Hey, you got time.
Go for it, buddy. This is interesting.
No, I got
That's
another one. I showed this to Lewis earlier on the stream too, and you might
But
appreciate it.
be easy, Mark.
I'm gonna be easy. Have you ever seen this symbol before, Mike?
I don't know what that is.
A
It's
four-
Chinese. It
a
looks
four-
like a explanation point.
Yeah, and that basically calculates to be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, right? 3 factorial is just 3 times 2 times 1. You get the pattern?
No,
If I went
hold on. The 4 with the exclamation point equals 4.
The exclamation point tells you what it is.
Yeah, so if you see the exclamation point after a number like that, they want you to do this, right? So it's 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6, all the way down to 1, right?
Okay.
You get that, right?
Okay. I got it. 10 times.
So
okay, I get it.
So you get it. So 4 factorial equals what? 4 times equals to 24 if you multiply those numbers together.
48.
Okay,
Times
3
48. That equals, right? 4 times 3 is 12.
12
times
times
2 is 24.
and then 12 and then 24 times 1 is 12. 24, I mean. Oops, sorry.
24. Yeah.
24. I didn't go all the way.
Okay.
3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 6, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna get there.
Okay. No, this is interesting.
So I'm gonna get. So what's 2 factorial then?
Okay, so it's 2 times 2 times 1.
Which is equal to 2. So
Correct.
what's 1 factorial equal to?
1 times 0. Which
No,
equals
just one.
0.
Just one. You just go down to 1. You
Okay.
don't use 0. So
Okay.
that brings me to the next one. What do you think this is equal to?
0. It's
Nope.
going to equal 1, though, ain't it?
It does equal 1.
I know. And yeah, I knew that.
Now wait a minute. And again, I'm not that person that likes that explanation. I had a proof
No.
in college
I don't
when I was studying math. I worked on this proof for weeks, and I would go to the professor, and they didn't help you. They wanted you to figure out for yourself. Come to find out, I had the 0 factorial where I thought it caused a problem, thinking that it stopped me from proving it. I didn't realize it was equal to 1. After 2 weeks and 14 pages of writing proofs on this thing, the professor laughed and he goes, "Okay, you've spent enough time on this. 2 weeks, right? One problem." He goes, "You had the proof the first day you walked into my office." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, 0 factorial is equal to 1. And if you had noticed, 0 factorial, I'm sorry, I did the repeating thing. 0 factorial is equal to 1. If you had known that, you would have been done with the proof. And I said, I spent 2 weeks on this, and now you tell me this? And he goes, yeah, but you'll never forget that. And he's right. I never forgot that, right? But I asked him, I said, okay, professor, why does 0 factorial equal 1? Guess what his answer was? You just got to believe.
Yes, that I don't like that. I've been given that answer.
Yeah, no,
before.
wait. But I can attempt to explain it. I
Please,
came up with that. You
because
ready for this?
0 is equal. Anything times 0
Okay.
is 0.
Okay, there's something called a permutation, right? So not important. It involves that factorial symbol. If I give you 3 desks, Michael, 3 desks. Let's say these are 3 desks.
Now we're talking Michael
Okay.
stuff. Here we go.
And we have
Come
3
on.
students, A, B, and C. How many
There we
different ways can I put them in those desks?
Well, 3 times 3 is
Differently.
9.
Well, no, it's going to wind up being 6 because you have 3 choices for the first desk, right? So now you got 1 person in that desk. You have 2 people to choose from to put in the second desk, and that leaves you with 1 person left. So 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 6. There are 6 different seating arrangements, and this is used in counting and probability and all kinds of stuff like that. Very basic version of this, right? So now, here we go. If I ask you how many ways are there to arrange 3 students in 3 desks, all you have to do is this problem, right? Now, suppose you have no students. How many
Okay.
ways are there to arrange nothing? 1 way.
One way.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and no way is a way.
Now
Okay.
we're getting somewhere.
You okay, so you
Now
see
we're
it now.
getting somewhere. Now
So
we got
that's
good
how
equals 1.
when students complain about that and they're like, "Well, prove it." I can't really prove it. To some degree, they call it a mathematical convention or an axiom or something like that. You got to take it on faith. But if you see that explained like that, then you're willing to accept it a
That
little
I
bit more.
understand.
So that's
That
it.
I understand. The desk thing I understand.
So
Five from
0.
Studio B, Regents Review. Excellent work from Mark.
Stuff, Mark. Good stuff. Now,
Regents
let me ask-
review, yeah.
Regents Review. Yeah, New York's still the only place that does the Regents, I think.
Yeah, and it's pointless, especially with this what do they call it? What do they call it now? See, I'm not in that because I teach college level courses, but it's not everyday math anymore. What do they call it? They call core curriculum, and it's a
Common Core,
nightmare. Common Core. And Lynn, yes, I'm showing off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, really.
She called me
No,
a show off.
That's really cool, though.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But I do. I approach teaching math from the perspective of I hate numbers. And kids are like, and you're going to teach me math? I said, yes, real math. Very small portion of mathematics is numbers. People don't understand that. So if I survived the numbers and I got to a point where I was able to handle the numbers. And when I got to the higher level stuff, I told you this, Mike, there are no numbers. It's all theory. It's all theory based. And
Yeah,
I fell in love with that portion of it. My learning curve shot straight up, and I did well. The people who were fantastic with numbers were now coming to me for help because they were just concrete with numbers.
Correct. And that's where I can't get by. I can't get by the number part. If I can get by that part, I think I would be like you.
I can tell you that we'd have a lot of mathematicians, students going into math, studying math, if we didn't just bombard them with numbers. And I've offered to teach courses that go beyond the numbers. And because
Give
of
me an
the
example,
limit.
Mark, when you say beyond the numbers, just give me an easy example of what you're saying with.
Okay,
what do
I'll
you
give
mean
you
beyond the numbers. The letters? Are you talking letters?
Well,
what are you talking?
you symbolize concepts with letters, symbolic logic, call it what you will. I'm going to give you an example. Like let's use numbers to start easy
To
numbers.
get us there.
Okay.
To get us there. Okay.
There's a thing in mathematics called group theory, and we use numbers to talk about group theory. In order to be a group, you have to be what they call closed. You have to have what they call an identity element. For example, in addition, what number can you add to any other number and not change its value? 3 plus what gives you 3? But yeah, exactly. 0 is the identity element under addition, right?
Right.
Then you also have to have inverses where 2 numbers join together to give you that identity. So if you have positive 3, if you combine it with the negative 3, the inverse, you get 0.
Correct.
And you have to have it in such a way that when you combine 2 numbers, you end up with a number in that same family. Like integers are -3, -4, -1, no fractions, right? So
Right.
that is a group under addition, right?
Okay.
So I just explained a group really quickly with numbers. Now let's talk about the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube is actually a group. There are no numbers, but each element on the Rubik's Cube has an element. No matter which way you turn it, you're still on the cube, right? You don't have anything outside of it. You still have the cube. The solution where all the colors are the same on each side, that is the solution, but that is just but one element of that group. And there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of elements depending on how you turn it. And the way you solve the Rubik's Cube is by what they call doing partial inverses. You know, if I take 3 and I add 3 to -3, I undo it, I get 0. Well, if I would, you know how you have that one cube in the corner and you want to get it to the other spot
You gotta
without
make
messing
5
everything
other
up.
things to get to the cube.
Yeah,
to
and you're
move
going to
it.
mess it up, but you need to change everything but that one corner. Well, what
Uh.
you do is a partial inverse. You kind of mess it up, get the thing there, and then you reverse the process using the inverse concept, and you get everything back except for that one. So they call it a partial inverse. So the Rubik's Cube, oddly enough, is a mathematical system, and there are no numbers. And that to me is amazing. I'm a geek with this stuff. I can't now don't ask me to solve it. I used to be able to solve it, but I haven't played with one in years, so I couldn't solve one right now using math. So
Jojo Blacktooth is here. Every now and then, guys, you're gonna have to excuse me. Jojo Blacktooth visits the stream.
Oh, yeah.
He's a character of mine, and basically it's one Blacktooth from the Smoker, and his name is Jojo Blacktooth. I'm not brushing, so he's gonna have to stay here. Anyway, I just thought that it reminds me of some guy with a stick in his hair from the Southwest. Hey, well, yeah, I'm making my vinegar here, and we're gonna drink it and get, Jojo Blacktooth. I don't know who I'm trying.
well,
to...
is he in the chat now, Jojo Black?
No, Jojo Black, it's me. It's
Oh, you're Jojo
His
Black.
alter. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's your alter
it's
ego.
the character.
Okay, so
One
if
of his many characters.
So if I see you popping in my classroom, I'll know who it is. It's Jojo.
If you joke, get rid of him. Jojo Blacktooth, you don't want to be around Joe. He's
So,
a loud mouth.
I don't have your lie. I just have the chat popped out. Paul, how many people did you lose when I started talking math? I'm just curious.
Well, not as many as you think. I lost about 4.
Sorry, Paul.
That's all right.
Get back.
You got me going. I'm gonna have to get off in about shortly, but you got my juices flowing for teaching math. These kids are gonna hate you for it because I'm gonna be going off on it.
I actually think it's interesting. I don't know what it's interesting to me.
But I mean, I was able to get past the numbers, and if more of our students can get that way, you'd be surprised how many mathematical students we would have.
Well, you know what it
The one for
shows?
the
It
numbers.
shows that you have a passion for it.
I do have a passion for it.
And
I
you-
loved math before I ever decided to be a teacher.
You can always see people that are trying to teach you something that they don't give a damn about it, but they're just making a paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, I've met too many teachers in high school who their choice was to teach in high school because they love the lifestyle, and then they said, "Okay, I'm going to teach high school. What am I going to teach? Oh, I'll teach math because that's what I was good at, not because they were passionate about it, because that's what they were good at." Me, I loved math long before people like, you should teach it. I'm like, screw that. I like to teach it. No, this is mine. I'm keeping it for myself. I was kind of selfish like that. I'm like, I only want to learn it. I don't want to give this stuff out. It's mine.
What I have, Lynn. Lynn
So,
says she has an iPad and a pencil.
yes.
You're better off, Lynn. They're much better than his $80 little cheapo tablet. And he's here. I wasn't supposed to say that in front of you.
Michael,
That's Jojo Blacktooth. He gets carried away.
Yeah.
Michael, take a deep breath now, Michael.
See, Michael, if you were in my classroom right now online, I'd send you to the virtual principal's office. Then they'd give you a link for
Virtual
3 o'clock. And then they'd give you a link for 3 o'clock that you'd have to go to virtual detention. And if you were really bad, they suspend you so you couldn't turn on your computer to the next day.
Oh, could you imagine that?
You have a long list of detention items today, Michael. Being political on stream.
Oh, you got Mike. You didn't go political, did you?
I went all the way there, Mark.
Oh,
times. Yeah,
no.
I did a couple spins.
Michael,
but I lost
Mike,
subscribers.
Behave, Michael. Yeah, behave, Michael. Lynn says I can color with it.
actually, that pad is for
Okay.
graphic design, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more than just a
But it's,
the only-
it's a dumb pad, though. It's not a smart pad. It's
no,
a dumb pad.
you have to be looking at the screen and
Yeah.
writing at the same. It takes some getting used to. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So.
We got smart pads.
Oh, so in other words, you don't see the pad; it's just black.
It's just black.
Yeah.
It's black the whole time. Yeah. So
No.
basically, that's all it is. It's just
you
like
need
a
a
mouse
TV
pad.
screen. You need something to have the brains. That's just a dumb little flat black thing. That's it. It's
Mm.
stupid.
It's
We
like
had smart
drawn on a
stuff.
mouse pad. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it is. And this is a glorified mouse. I mean,
Don't
can
you
do-
feel bad for spending $80 now?
No.
I just
No, I don't, because
is cool. It is
it's
cool.
more natural. If I tried to do those as bad as what you saw on the screen was with a
That
pen,
looked good.
if I tried to do it with a mouse, it'd be even worse. Next time you
Yeah.
get a chance, try to draw on Corel Draw or something.
Oh,
with
it's
a mouse,
impossible.
and it's almost impossible. So
Now that actually looked good. I was looking at it
Wow.
on my phone as well, and I actually I saw it better on the small device. Believe it or
Well,
not.
I
Have you ever heard of Surface Pro tablets or the Surface series? of
yeah,
tablets?
yeah,
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
They
Once
are
I
good.
got a Surface Pro 2, I never took notes pretty much on paper again, unless I had a
Mhm.
professor was a pain in the ass for electronic devices. It just changed my entire way of organization, note taking. I'm
You're-
a sloppy mess, and they're just fantastic devices. If you can
You're-
get one,
You're gonna see that's gonna be the next wave of the future. That's the way this is going, where students are gonna have notebooks, they're gonna have tablets that they're gonna be able to write their notes on, and you know, they'll be able to save their notes, and it'll all be on that thing, and it'll all be editable. And there's a lot of handwriting recognition where when you're done with your notes, you hit a button, next thing you know, poop, it's all in typewritten format. So
no, it's fantastic, just absolutely fantastic.
Well, I would imagine just in a teaching format, it would be good for you if a student's having a problem or an issue with something, you can say, okay, show me on your tablet what your notes are, what you were thinking at the time.
mhm. Well, with that kind of technology, they can then transmit their solution right to the board, and they don't have to get up and do
Yeah.
it on the board. They can do it at their desk, and it can be done anonymously. Because a lot of kids want to do that, but they don't want to be singled out and sent to the front of the room, you know. And all kinds of applications for this. Now, I have to say, Louis P. Floyd said something that I think resonates a lot of truth. Right now, all the learning in the classroom really depends on the teacher. The teacher's held accountable. If we go to online stuff, students have to be held accountable for change. Needs to be. Kids get away with too much stuff these days. So I think that's actually a good possibility in the future, and we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? Maybe, I mean, I'm probably going to retire before that happens, but you're going to see teachers aren't. I mean, think about it. You don't have to go to a building to teach. You don't have to worry about kids getting into fights. You don't have to worry about drugs in the hallways. If you can get it so that kids are doing this online and they can be held accountable, that's going to be the trick. And
But you know, again, though, Mark, I think what it'll also bring up is the teachers that are just getting a paycheck too.
yeah, maybe.
It'll root out all them. And
I can tell you, I know, I can tell you at least 3 or 4 teachers, a few teachers I ran into when were told they had to do this. Like, I had an English teacher say, I'm just going to assign a book to read for the next 3 weeks. And that's all she's going to do.
Yeah.
And okay, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't have kids teach themselves calculus. Ain't going to happen. So,
But even the English teacher should be doing something with the book. Let's talk about it. Hey, how did you feel about that? Like, get more. I've always wanted to be a teacher, but I'm like you. I wanted to be that's been my dream job, believe it or not.
Really?
Because I like always from a little kid. I always wanted to. I don't know what I want to teach, but it has to be something that I'm really passionate about and something that involves me into it. It has to come through me.
I think
you like math.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I stuck with it, I've been doing it for 24 years, is because of my passion for mathematics.
Yeah.
I love it. I still do. I got to say though, if I didn't have summers off, I don't know if I could do it, because by the time June comes around, I'm done. I've had enough. But when September comes around, I'm so excited to get back in that classroom. My batteries are recharged. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm going to get off now, because I hope you get your viewers back, Paul.
Yeah.
I need to get off and get ready for 7 o'clock, and I appreciate
Okay,
humoring me.
Mark, good luck tonight.
Oh, thank you. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know tomorrow. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
I'll let you know on Roger's channel. Or not.
Yeah, check
But
in with Roger in the morning.
Come hell or high water, I'm going to be teaching math online tomorrow, whether they show up or not. I'm going to record it and post it, and they got to watch it regardless.
There
So
you
I'll be
go.
there doing it, and we'll see what happens. So thanks for humoring me, Mike. Thanks for
Yes, sir.
listening to me.
Yes, I
Hey,
love
Mark,
you.
Mark,
I love you,
thanks
man.
for reining Michael in there too.
Well, he did get serious for half a second,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I was able to get that out of him.
I'm still waiting for you have to get in touch with me, man. We need to be doing them 107 classes.
Oh, I'm going to be starting those in a couple of weeks too. I need to start
do
those
your
streams.
thing. Get your
Because
school.
I have to retest in June, so I got to get started. And like I said, I do it out of selfish reasons. It forces me
That's
to.
fine. It doesn't matter.
So if it helps
Michael's got 10 days until he takes his 107 test in the end of March.
Probably not.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah,
Really?
because he promised me that he would do it come
Yeah.
hell or high water by the end of March.
Is that true, Michael?
Oh, Mike.
The promise part is true. The part the part about me actually doing it isn't true.
Well, hopefully I'll get something going in the next couple of weeks. At least we can get.
I'm waiting for Mark. Paul was all Mark's fault.
I'll take the hit on
Yeah,
that. I'll take the
I've been
hit.
sitting here waiting, and
I'll
he's
take
not
one for the
doing nothing.
team.
It's a freaking teach. He's the teacher. Put it on him.
Sorry, Mike. My high school students take precedence right now.
Yes, I know. So,
But you
okay.
know, here's a good thing. I can be home and I can work on that now, and I can kind of juggle all that, not have to worry about getting up early and going to school. So I'll try to get something going next week or so. Okay. So take care, everybody. Thanks,
Yeah, see
Lynn.
you.
I'm sorry I was showing off. I'm sorry, Lynn. Take care, guys.
Okay,
Oh,
Mark.
Mark.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, let me tell Lynn something, Paul. So,
Okay.
Lynn, I love the iPad too. I think it's an amazing little device. I've never been so happy as the last iPad Pro that I bought, the 2018 version. But I want to let you know, I was on their site and they're releasing a new iPad. It's just called the iPad Pro, the 25th of this month, and it's got the processor. The processor we have in the iPad Pro is called the Bionic 12X chip, and it's just amazing. It's changed everything about the iPad. But this new one has the Bionic 12Z, and it's like sick. I mean, and guys, I'm not an Apple lover, but this particular iPad, for whatever reason, has brought me back to Apple. It's so smooth, it's so beautiful, everything looks so perfect. And this new tablet they're coming out with is supposed to be even nicer, thinner, nicer. Everything's better. And the processor they're saying it's just as fast as a computer. So to be able to carry a computer in this little format, less than a pound, I'm looking forward to it. And it floats. It's got this keyboard that floats. Pricing is absolutely outrageous, but that's Apple. Anyway, thanks for letting me share, Paulie.
Yep, not a problem. Well, I think we're down now to the final here. We're down only to 6 people watching, and we've been on 91 minutes. So I think probably now's as good a time as any to say goodbye to everybody in the live chat, and remind everybody that Roger is going on at some point in time tonight. I don't know if it's 7 or 8 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yep. Hey, let me call him and find out. I'll make the announcement here. Where's my phone?
Philly, what's the weather like by you?
You know, John, it's cloudy, but it was raining all night, all morning, and all of a sudden the sun came out. And so it actually is flyable right now. I haven't went outside, but it's flyable.
That is literally my exact situation. That was right now. Like right now, if I went out and fly, I'm going to fly something. It's a little bit windy, but I'm going to fly something probably.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about going live right now, but I don't know if I just want to go live or just fly. It's a different, sometimes, you know, when you don't go live, you're able to do some things.
Roger, what time you going on tonight? Everybody on the live stream wants to know what time your show starts. Yeah, I've been live since 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? Nobody called me. Nobody
7
told
o'clock.
me.
Okay, because we're gonna get off here now and give everybody a half-hour break to get their batteries charged and head on over to Canadian Drone Hub. Well, I sent you one, but maybe you didn't get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, everybody say hi to Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Michael and John Coopy and Centroid just got off with us. So okay. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, bye-bye. All right, everybody. I guess that's what the plan is we're going to head on over to Canadian Drone Hub at 7 o'clock. Time to go get a potty break, something to eat, some snacks, something to drink.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much for inviting me in.
Yep. And Michael, it's been a pleasure. And John, it always is a pleasure. John's kind of like the mild-mannered version of Superman, you know?
Yeah, he is. He
Yep.
is. He's Clark Kent. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, look at
Yep,
the
there
glass.
you go. There you go.
I gotta
appreciate
get you. I
that.
think
How
I,
is it coming on, you guys? I was gonna come on last night, but then some stuff happened, so I had to bail.
I gotta
Yeah.
see. John, the next time I'm live, you come on and give me your email address or something. I know you.
Well, he can put
I
it in the
could-
live chat right now and you can get it, Michael.
Yeah. Do that, John, so that I have it in
Not in
my
the live chat, in the private chat.
in the private chat. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
And everybody else, we'll see you at 7. Go do what you got to do. And I'm just going to end the live stream now. Thank